The origins of the knock-knock joke can be traced back to several different sources. William Shakespeare, the first known occurrence of a knock-knock, whose their dialogue came from the bard himself in Act 2, Scene 3 of Macbeth. Early 1900s, a variation of the joke format appeared around 1900, starting with the phrase "Do you know?" 1930s, the modern format of the knock-knock joke gained popularity in the early 1930s. In 1936, Bob Dunn authored the book Knock Knock, featuring Enoch Knox, and he is regarded by some as having invented the modern knock-knock joke. Prohibition era. According to joke historian Charlie Orr, the knock-knock joke was born during Prohibition in the 1930s, when people would knock on the door of a speakeasy and have to say a password. Please note that these are just theories and the exact origin of the knock-knock joke is officially unknown. The concept of a bad joke or dad joke is relatively modern and subjective, often referring to simple, pun-based humor that can be seen as corny or overly simplistic. However, the origins of humor and jokes are ancient and varied. Ancient Sumeria. The oldest identified joke is an ancient Sumerian proverb from 1900 BC containing toilet humor. Ancient Greece. A 4th century CE joke book from Greece known as Philogelos, the Laughter Lover, is the oldest known collection of jokes. Medieval Latin texts. Some of the earliest jokes written in Latin by Catholic scholars, some in excess of 1,000 years old, were found to be still funny today. Disparagement humor. This type of humor, which includes making a punchline out of a marginalized group, has been studied extensively. It communicates two conflicting messages: an explicit hostile or prejudiced message, and an implicit message that it doesn't count as hostility or prejudice because it's just a joke. It's important to note that humor varies greatly across different cultures and time periods. What one person finds funny, another might not. This is part of what makes humor such a fascinating topic of study. The word humor has its roots in Latin and Old French. Here's a brief history. Latin. The word humor comes from the Latin word humor, which means body fluid. It was related to the Latin verb humere, which means be wet, moist, and uvescere, which means become wet. Old French. The word was adopted into Old North French as humor, which meant liquid, dampness, medical, humor. The modern French equivalent is humeur. Middle English. The word entered Middle English around 1340, still carrying the meaning of fluid or juice of an animal or plant. Humoral theory. The term was used in the context of the ancient Greek humoral theory, which posited that the balance of 4 body fluids or humors, blood, phlegm, yellow bile, and black bile, control human health and emotion. Modern usage. Over time, humor took on an extended sense of mood, temporary state of mind, recorded from 1520s. The sense of amusing quality, funniness, jocular turn of mind is first recorded in the 1680s, probably via the sense of whim, caprices determined by one's state of mind, 1560s.